Hey guys, Bob here from Raw Strength and Muscle, and today we are going to discuss my 5-week results on the Explosive Muscle Program. Okay, so when I started, I weighed 209.2 pounds and I had a 37-inch waist. This morning, I weighed 193.5 pounds and had a 33.75 inch waist, which means over the last 5 weeks, I lost 15.7 pounds and 3.25 inches from my waist, okay? So first of all, let's go ahead and look at this. What I've said very often is that if you lose 5 pounds of fat, you will also lose about an inch around your waist. So 15.7 pounds, 3.25 inches from my waist, that is almost exactly 5 pounds per inch that I lost from my waist. Okay, so we're tracking here. Now, one of the things that I've spoken about also is this is not a linear thing. You know, it's not like every day you lose so much weight or every week you lose so much weight. And that's really where the experience comes in, because I lost, I believe it was like 10 pounds in my first week. You know, like really jumped on the fiber again, jumped on the water, started, doing my cardio, started, just living correctly. And there's a whole bunch of rubbish in my body, a whole bunch of slop. And I lost like 10 pounds in the first week, okay? Knew that wasn't going to continue, okay? But it was just started in the first week. Then the other couple weeks, I would lose, a little bit from my waist, maybe not so much of the weight, or I'd lose more weight, but not so much from my waist. Basically, I kept trending downward, but I didn't lose the same amount every week. And now this week from last, I actually lost 6.4 pounds, okay? And I lost a 1/2 inch around my waist, okay? So as you can see, I just had another big spurt. And this was also to be expected, because people have been asking me if I changed my macros, if I changed my total calories. I have not yet, okay? But I increased the cardio I was doing this last week. So basically, there are 2 ways to have a caloric deficit. You can eat less or you can work more, or both. I haven't changed my calories at all since the beginning. However, by increasing the number of intervals that I'm doing, the volume of cardio that I'm doing, because all I do is hit cardio, I am actually going to be burning more and more calories, even though I'm eating the same. The deficit's going to grow even though the intake is the same, okay? I'll give you a couple of examples. Okay, first of all, for my upper body, I do plyometric push-up intervals, okay? That's my my cardio on upper body days. On my lower body days, okay, I do jumps, okay? Different types of plyometric jumps for intervals and burpees, okay? And then on my ab days, all I do is jump rope intervals. So starting last week, I actually doubled the number of jump rope intervals I did on my ab days. I doubled the number of squat tucks and burpees that I did, the number of sets. And I also started increasing the number of sets of the explosive push-ups that I was doing. So I've really increased my cardio, just the duration, which caused a greater caloric deficit, even though I consumed the same calories. And another thing that a lot of people don't think about is I'm doing, like, let's say 5 minutes of jump rope every day as a warm-up, okay? And I'm doing interval jump rope on my 2 ab days a week, okay? By getting better, by getting in better shape, I'm able to jump more within the same amount of time, okay? Think of it like this. If you take like an hour or half an hour to walk a mile because you're in bad shape, and then after a couple weeks, you're doing 15-minute miles. So now all of a sudden, you're going 2 miles in a half an hour, and then you get it down to 10-minute miles. So now you're doing 3 miles in a half an hour instead of 1, okay? And then you get it to 7.5 minutes or whatever. Now you're doing 4 miles in a half an hour instead of 1. So by doing, the same amount, the same duration of running, but running faster, you're doing more work, burning more calories in the same time. So that's what's happened with my jump rope. And like I said, my burpees and stuff like that, I just increased the number of sets I'm doing. I'm going to continue that through this month and next month. So I'm actually going to have to increase my calories. One thing about every diet that I do is I always increase my calories. So I start off with a big caloric deficit. Okay, basically this time it was 14 calories a day on 14 calories per pound on workout days and 12 calories per pound on rest days. Okay, it's a pretty decent deficit, especially considering that I'm introducing cardio. I'm not going to be able to do that forever. So as I do more and more cardio, burn more and more calories, lose more and more fat, it's going to be harder for me to burn my fat for energy. Plus, I'm burning so much in the cardio that I'm doing. Plus, I'm still doing my weighted calisthenics, so I'm trying to build some muscle. So through all of this, what's basically going to happen is I'm going to have to actually increase my calories, but I'm also going to get better workouts in. I'm going to be able to stay stricter on my diet because I'm not going to be starving. So as I actually increase my calories, I'm still going to be losing fat the entire time, okay? So anyway, like I said, 15.7 pounds down in 6 weeks. This series is called How I Lost 30 Pounds in 12 Weeks. So I'm halfway there. I'm halfway between, halfway to 30 pounds and I'm halfway to 12 weeks. So this plan is working out very well. We'll see how much I lose in the next couple weeks. I might actually be able to get in my 30 pounds in less than 12 weeks, or at least get down to the level of leanness that I want to get. Anyway, if you want to get some of my experience, okay, not just me telling you exactly what to do with my courses, but actually giving you my experience where I can look at your plan, look at what you're doing, help you out whenever you have a problem, you got to join the RSAM Brotherhood. The RSAM Brotherhood has a community. It has weekly live calls where I actually get on Zoom and talk to you guys in person. And you can just go ahead and just post any questions you have. Plus, you get all of my courses, all my nutrition programs, all my workout programs. You get everything that I have, everything that you need, plus my support. So like I said, when it comes down to an experience thing, why didn't I lose weight this week? Or why is this? Or why is that happening? I can either tell you what to do to get rolling again, or I can tell you just to relax, that it's perfectly normal, and next week everything's gonna be fine, which is what I've been doing through this transformation myself. Anyway, let's go ahead and see the video of my check-in this morning.